What are the odds after watching the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage that I would have seen this question? That's just my luck. So today oh, I forgot to turn my music off. I was thinking of hats, but maybe no hat today because my hair is giving a little bit more than it was yesterday. It's time for me to wash it. I used some dry shampoo, but anyway. We don't want to be looking orange down in the bunker. We'll leave that for, you know who. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you're new, it's Sahara. So today I am going to be doing a makeup okay, wait a minute. To start and begin, start over and begin. I was watching this YouTuber online. Where else would I be watching her? Okay. This thing's starting off right. So I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers and she was doing a Q&A, a get ready with me Q&A, and someone had asked her what would be in your doomsday prep end of the world bunker makeup bag. I was watching the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage and then I came across that and I was like, wow, that would be so interesting to really think about. What makeup would you take with you if something bad was to happen and you came back up top and there was no more makeup left? Like that, what you have is all you have. I actually thought that this was going to be hard for me to do, but it was very easy. Like it took me less than 3 minutes to figure out all of the makeup, out of all the makeup that I own, what I would bring with me. And I have my makeup bag right here. It is Lancome, and then I have some eyeshadow palettes on the side. Now I did try to challenge myself to only bring one makeup product in each category. I think in the eye department I may have a couple more than I was anticipating, but that's okay because for the eyes, I mean, could you really just settle with one eyeshadow palette? Like that would be so hard and boring. And then I'm going to transfer it to this because it's going back in my room after I finish. So in this video I am wearing some jewelry from Shein. This watch is Michael Kors and this two-piece is Shein. I did show it. It's a dupe for Skims, I believe. So I will link all of that stuff if you want to see the video where I did try this outfit on. Let's get started on this video. Which way we going? We going this way? We going that way? Or we going down to the bunker? No. I'm going to be showing all of these makeup products in the way that I do my makeup, starting with brows, and there are some products that I've repurchased, and there is a mixture of drugstore and high-end in this video, and everything that I'm showing in this video I did apply on my face except for like 3 or 4 eye products, but we'll get to that. Oma Beauty by Sharon C. 1 and Done 2-in-1 Brow Styler in the shade number 8. This is my favorite brow pencil. I mean, you guys know I draw my brows on really thin and more straight now, except for I just add a little bit of an arch. This glides on so smooth. I already did a review on it, so I'll probably link it and you can go and see that review. One of these are empty, so I can go ahead and throw that away, but just, you know, just one would come with me, but I'm just showing that I purchased backups. Because this right here is it. For eyeshadow primer, this is where I said that I may be cheating a little bit. The P. Louise base in the shade of Rumor number 3 because this is one of my favorite bases. It goes on really smooth, doesn't dry down, but it's matte enough so you don't have to set it. And then the e.l.f. Black Pot. This is great for eyeshadow base and liner, so it kind of doubles as like a 2-in-1. It's just a must, you know. You want those products that can double as multiple use, not just one. For eyeshadow palette, I initially settled on one, which is the She Glam X Wonka bar. I did use this on my eyes today. It's what I used in the crease, on the outer part, on the lid, and then in the inner corner I used something else, but this is just a good basic everyday type of palette. It just blends right. Whenever I'm doing makeup off camera, this is the palette that I'm reaching for. The 3 palettes that I added, which I was gonna keep adding, I was like, oh, but I do like profusion, so maybe I should add that too. In the real time I probably would, but still I'm trying to just settle for like one. The 3 palettes. For the inner corner, Cara Beauty Goddess Nim palette. This is my favorite cool tone palette. It has the matte white and then this shimmer. So I used the matte white and then the shimmer on top of it in the inner corner, and I was like, oh yeah, this is just that cool tone palette. Of course, Juvia's Place palettes. These were the first palettes I ever used. Very sentimental. This one is a great alternative for the She Glam palette. If you can't get your hands on that anymore, then just pick up the Juvia's Place Nubian, the first palette they launched. And then the Nubian 2 palette, I mean, look at those shimmers. Need I say more? Again, like I said, the e.l.f. one doubles as an eyeliner, but you already know I was not leaving behind a $60 eyeliner pen. Like, who would I be if I left that behind? This is the Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen in the shade 01 Deeper. It has this longer side that I use to create the wing, and then it has the shorter side that I use to put in the inner corner a little bit, not as much. The best eyeliner that I've ever used personally, and it's overpriced, but it's worth the money if you did want to splurge. It is Tom Ford, so you already know you're paying for that anyway. For eyelash glue, I love the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive Clear with Aloe. This is just a really good one, and I did buy another one because this one is empty, but I think because the weather's changing and it's starting to get warmer, it's melting because I'm able to scrape around and still apply these lashes. I've been applying them for weeks now since I bought that, and I haven't used the new one, but I am breaking up the new one after this video. Ioni from the Dollar Tree, my favorite eyelashes, and then in the style Spiky Doll Light. These are just really nice. Would have been better to be able to show them in the packaging, but of course I had to you know, put them on for this video. But they're like the perfect size. They're like kind of like spiky in certain areas, short, long, you know, just all over good lashes, which I should have went for mascara then lashes, but anyway, don't even roll. Oh shoot. For mascara, I have the Joa Lash Uprising Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. I have never used another drugstore mascara better than this. It gives you full lashes, it gives you length. I don't know about curling or anything like that. You'd probably have to curl yourself. It's very comparable to my Lancome ones. I love Lancome mascaras. Those were my all-time favorite mascaras until this. I still love the Lancome ones, especially the Grandiose, the doll lashes. I think, was that Grandiose the one that has the rose in it and then it has that wand that curves? That was the first high-end mascara I ever used, and it made my lashes so long. The lady at Dillard's could not believe how long my lashes were. So that was always my favorite mascara. But this one right here for the waterline, where did it go? Eyeliner. Oh, okay, there it goes. Now this goes in a waterline. It's not like, you know, eyeliner. The LA Girl Ultimate Eye Super Bright. This is just a really nice nude eyeliner. White eyeliners, like I said, can be too stark. Black eyeliners, of course, I could use any of those other black eyeliners to apply in the waterline. You can also tap eyeshadow for any other type of color eyeliner for the waterline, but nude, you can't get that color in the waterline. So a nude eyeliner is a complete must. And of course, with the nude eyeliner, I can always tap the white eyeshadow that I used in the inner corner on my waterline. Make things work the way you need them to. Now this is another thing that I kind of might have cheated on a little bit, but I feel like you just need 2 primers. Well, if you're like me, you need 2 primers, but you can always use moisturizer, skincare as a primer as well. I have been loving the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless primer. I use it in a T-zone because I have combination skin, but I do get really oily, and this keeps me matte and smooth. Because I have combo skin and my skin is really dry around here, I can use a moisturizer, like I said, with skincare, but I do really love the Wet n Wild Primer Prime Focus. Wait a minute. Prime Focus Primer Serum Hydrating one. And to stick with the Maybelline vibes, I definitely was going to pull out, which I think this color, no, it doesn't match. I painted my nails to kind of match, so I thought it was matching. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 312 Golden. This beats out every drugstore foundation, almost every high-end foundation, but most of them. Like, I will opt for this one over any other foundation. It's just so good. It has a soft matte finish, full coverage, lasts all day. I have dry skin, but it does not dry my skin out any more than my skin is already dried out. So it's really good for all skin types. Like I said, just prime, right? This was kind of hard. I feel like out of every product, concealer was the hardest because I have so many good ones, but I went for the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer in the shade Medium 280. full coverage, has an olive undertone, so it's kind of like color correcting and concealing. It does have a more matte finish, but if I blend it out right away, it is not drying. It does not crease a lot, probably because it has more of like a matte finish. I know like really glowy, dewy concealers crease really bad, so that one is really good. You already know we bring in Fenty. We ain't leaving Fenty behind. I just came back from eating, so if I'm looking all brand new, that's all it is. And I didn't apply my lip gloss again because I wanted you guys to see like the lip combo before the lip gloss. So anyway, Fenty stuff, like I said, we got all of that in check. For cream bronzer in the shade Teddy, like Teddy, I just love saying it like that. This is the perfect neutral tone bronzer. I just love how it gives me like a nice contoured look, but it's not cool tone, so it could pull like as a bronzer as well. And especially for my nose contour, I always struggle with getting that to look good because warm bronzers leave it looking too orange and red, and we don't want to be looking orange down in the bunker. We'll leave that for you know who. We have the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Bahamas. My favorite type of color of blush. What? It is orange. It has a nice matte finish. It just blends really easily, and the putty blush lasts longer than regular cream blushes. Like even if a cream blush is matte, I do feel like the putty versions of these types of products last a little bit longer. And you can see, well, I did apply a powder blush over that, so it's not. I do not like cream highlighters. I don't really care for liquid, but the only liquid highlighter that I've ever used that I've actually enjoyed using is the ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow Highlighter in the shade Oyster. So, oh, I applied a powder highlighter over that too, so you can't even see like the cream product, so I applied the powder version over it. So yeah, still really good, blends out very well. It just has a nice champagne liquid highlighter shade. So I have two powders, loose and press. For the loose one, I have the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey. I can set all over the face with this, set under the eyes. Matte finish, by the way, but a smooth filter-like finish, and it just sets very well. In the shade of it, I just love the tone of this yellow. For pressed powder, another Maybelline product, the Maybelline Superstay Foundation in the shade 312. I don't apply it as a foundation. I don't like how it looks as a foundation. I know a lot of people were complaining that this is not as good as people were hyping it up as. It is good over foundation, but it is not good on its own. It adds the right amount of coverage, doesn't look cakey. For the powder versions of those products I was mentioning that I kept saying like, look at this how it looks, it's like, no, like powders are going to change how something looks. What is this? The Fenty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. This is a really nice shade. It's a neutral shade. It does pull a lot more warmer though than that cream bronzer. They're both neutral, but this is more warm tone, so it's really good as a bronzer, but it's not too warm. You know, some bronzers can look too red, too cool tone and look and actually be more of a cool tone, but they advertise it as a bronzer. And also some can look too orange, but this is like the perfect shade. Like I said, it's more of a neutral because you can see that yellow olive tone to it, but it's still more warm, so it's a good bronzer. And of course it's Fenty, so need I say more? For powder blush, dang, this thing got filled up already. Ooh. We have the ABH Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. I mean, like 3 shades in there. 3 shades of peachy, orange, pinky mauve tones. Like these all look good swirled together, which is what I did. I swirled it all together, but they also look good separated. So if you wanted to use Miami, Ginger, Nectarine, you can use all of these separately. They're matte, with the exception of I think the last 2, but more so the orange has some specks in there, but it looks beautiful. It's not shimmer. I do not like shimmer blushes. I stay away from those completely. I like my blushes to look matte, but it will still give a natural glow to it. For powder highlight, we have a Fenty Beauty, Me Money and Hustler Baby. You can see I hit pan on it. I only applied a little bit, well, applied a little bit more than a little bit, but I did not apply a lot of this because you don't need a lot, and it just looks so good. It's a nice champagne tone, maybe like more of a rosy tone. Like I said one time, I thought I seen some green like reflex of it, some, I don't know. It's just like the perfect shade for me. I always used to reach for this, and I finally had to set it down when I bought that Milk makeup highlighter that's similar to it but different. Moving on to the lips, which is the last part, because I don't spray my face with setting spray anymore. I just think my makeup lasts longer without setting spray, so I'd leave that up top to burn. No. Funny because I was talking to my mom because I was telling her about the KKW Beauty, which let me get to that first. So for lip liner, I would definitely be bringing the rest of this KKW Beauty. You know, I love the nude 2 shade. It's just like this perfect mid-tone brown, which is why I didn't apply the gloss again because I wanted you guys to see this. But it was funny because I was telling my mom, I was like, oh, I definitely would bring KKW, and I hope that she brings her line back just so I can buy this one lip liner. And she was like, well, what about Kylie Cosmetics? And I was like, oh no, I'd leave that up top to burn. Like, Kylie Cosmetics, the quality of the brand has always been so-so to me. And then she revamped it because so many people were complaining. So it's not a brand that I would bring any of the products to. But yeah, the her sister's brand, KKW Beauty, yeah, this lip liner is everything. None other than Juvia's Place has the best lipsticks, okay? I'm telling you, these are so good. And of course, the shade that I would be bringing is Lady, the perfect nude shade that has a little bit of a yellow undertone to it, yellow golden. And it has the perfect matte finish to it. I love matte over gloss any day, but I did apply this gloss earlier. I'm not gonna apply it again because you guys seen it already through the first half of the video. But this is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss in the shade Glass Slipper. Of course, a clear gloss can go over anything, can go with any type of look as well, rather than a gloss that actually has color to it. So definitely, if you were to depend on one type of gloss, make sure it's clear because you can always, you know, do what you have to do with that with any type of look. And that it will bring us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my makeup bunker bag, you know, everything that I'm bringing into the when it's the end of the I don't know how to end that without saying it. I don't want to say that. Like, if anything was to happen in general, honestly, are these the makeup products that you would bring as well? Any of them? One of them? All of them? Do you agree with me? Do you don't? Like, just let me know. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.